Hi, and welcome to our first Hampton School Christmas edition, Audiobooks. This project has been developed by our first semester high school students in our reading workshop class in order to promote the reading for pleasure as a daily activity. Today, you'll have the honor to listen to the book The Elves and the Shoemaker, written by the Grimm Brothers and published in 1812. With nothing else to add, enjoy it.
There was once a shoemaker who worked very hard and was very honest, but still he could not earn enough to live upon, and at last all he had in the world was gone, save just little enough to make one pair of shoes.
Then he cut his letter out all ready to make up the next day, meaning to rise early in the morning to his work. His conscience was clear and his heart light amidst all his troubles. So he went peacefully to bed, left all his care to heaven, and soon fell asleep. In the morning after he said his prayers, he sat himself down to his work, when, to his great wonder, there stood the shoes already made upon the table. The good man knew not what to say or think at such an odd thing happening. He looked at the workmanship. There was not one false stitch in the whole job. All was so neat and true that it was quite a masterpiece.
The same day, a customer came in, and the shoes suited him so well that he willingly paid a price higher than usual for them. And the poor shoemaker, with the money, took little enough to make 2 pairs more. In the evening, he cut out the work and went to bed early, that he might get up and be betimes next day. But he was saved all the trouble, for when he got up in the morning, the work was done ready to his hands. Soon in came buyers, who paid him handsomely for his goods, so that he bought leather enough for 4 pairs more. He cut out the work again overnight and found it done in the morning, as before, and so it went on for some time. What was got ready in the evening was always done by daybreak, and the good man soon became thriving and well off again.
One evening about Christmas time, as he and his wife were sitting over the fire chatting together, he said to her, "I should like to sit up and watch tonight, that we may see who is that and come do my work for me." The wife liked the thought, so they left light burning and did themselves in a corner of the room. Behind a curtain there was a hung up there, and watched that would happen.
As soon it was midnight, there came in 2 little naked dwarfs, and they sat themselves upon a shoemaker bench, took up all the work that was cut out, and began to play with their little fingers, stitching and wrapping and tapping away, at such a rate that the shoemaker was all wonder and could not take his eyes off them. And on they went till the job was quite done, and the shoes stood ready for use upon the table. This was long before daybreak, and then they bustled away as quick as lightning. The next day, the wife said to the shoemaker, "These little whites have made us rich, and we ought to be thankful to them, and do them a good turn if we can. I am quite sorry to see them run about as they do, and indeed it is not very decent, for they have nothing upon their backs to keep off the cold. Although you what, I will make each of them a shirt and a coat and waistcoat and a pair of pantaloons into the bargain, and do you make each of them a little pair of shoes."
The thought pleased the good cobbler very much, and one evening, when all the things were ready, They laid them on the table, instead of the work that they used to cut out, and then went and hid themselves, to watch what the little elves would do.
About midnight in they came, dancing and skipping. Hope round the room, and then went to sit down to their work as usual. But when they saw the clothes lying for them, they laughed and chuckled, and seemed mightily delighted.
Then they dressed themselves in the twinkling of an eye, and danced and capered, and sprang about as merry as could be, till at last dance, out the door and away up the green.
The good couple saw them no more, but everything went well with them from that time forward as long as they lived.
The Elves and the Shoemaker, written by the Grimm Brothers. The voices you've just heard were given by Ana Cristina Mandujano, Luis Santiago Flores, Ricardo Melendez, Juliana Pereira, and Alondra Vázquez. Sound effects were recorded by José Manuel Zúñiga, Juliana Pereira, José Carlos Centeno, Ricardo Melendez, and Leonardo Díaz. The sound design, mixing, and the voice that you are now listening was given by Arturo Artote Prior. Thanks for listening to this audiobook.